Hi, my name is Joel Solomon. I'm a prosperity coach, and my mission is to help at least 100,000 people become financially free. So, welcome to part 2, chapter 4 of the 9 money rules millionaires use. This chapter is called My Proprietary Stock Screen, and it's really a continuation of the last chapter, chapter 3, where we talked about do it yourself. So, let's talk about a scenario. Joel, it's Black Warrior Resources. What's that? Oh, it's my next great idea. Why? Can it work? Oh, definitely. There's not a lot of these out there. No one knows about it. It trades for just over $1. And when they discover oil in the territory, it will jump to at least 5 or 10. How much do you want to invest? Well, what if they don't discover oil? Well, it can't go down much at all. It's just over $1. Okay, well, I have about 1,000 to spare now. Great. Do you want to send a check or should I pick it up? You're still in Merrick, right? Oh, I'll send it. So how much do you think? How many shares should I buy? Oh, you should buy at least 1,000. That'll be about $1,300. Okay, I'll do it. Thanks. Yes, this was the conversation I had with my stockbroker. My one and only stockbroker in 1988. He was a friend of a friend. And like many great salesmen, he sold me on the opportunity. I could make 5 to 10 times my money. I was sold in the idea of wealth. Did I do any research? Did I ask the appropriate questions? Did I ask, well, what's the probability of hitting $5 in the next 3 years? What's the probability of it hitting $10 in the next 3 to 5 years? What's the downside and what's that probability? How much money does the company make? What's its net income or operating income? What's its sales? Has it discovered oil before? Who runs the company? Do they own stock? Are they buying more? Who are the competitors? What's the profit margin? Their income divided by their sales. Can I read about the company? Is there a report you can send me? I didn't ask even one of these questions. So what happened to Black Warrior? Well, my last memory of it was when I called up the same stockbroker and asked him how I record a company that has been delisted from a stock exchange. See, it went bankrupt and I lost all $1,300. Yes, invest in what you know. Why do we think we have to invest in some newfangled, that's a technical term, business to make money, to make our money work for us? Let me give you my 5-step proprietary stock screen. Some of my clients use it alone, but I'd recommend doing more research, like asking those 10 questions. Maybe you could even call up or email the investor relations of the company to ask those questions. Consider this, your daughter's shopping at Vanilla Sky because it has the coolest fashions for teenagers. If Vanilla Sky were public, wouldn't you want to check quickly to see if it's worth investing in rather than just going to the store and seeing it's really busy every Saturday afternoon? So use this stock screen. Before I go into it, a couple of terms to define. E is earnings. That's how much money the company makes. Revenues is how much they sell. And the PE is the price divided by their earnings per share. So let's get started. Step 1 is to see if their earnings per share growth is greater than 10%. So I compare this current quarter to the prior year's quarter. So let me give you an example. Amazon. For the second quarter of 2018, Amazon had earnings per share of $5.07. And in the second quarter of 2017, they had earnings per share of $1.25. So if you divide the $5.07 by $1.25, you get 306%. Well, that's greater than 10%, so we got a yes. We go to step 2. Step 2 is to see if their revenue growth is at least 5%. So let's check Amazon sales. Amazon sales for the second quarter was $52.5 billion. And for the second quarter of 2017, it was $38 billion. So that growth is 39%. 39 is greater than 5. We move to steps 3. Step 3 is to check if 1 is greater than 2. So 1 was 306%, 2 is 39%. That's good. what you're doing in step 3 is checking to see if the company's operating margin is increasing or decreasing. So here it's increasing. Your earnings growth is growing quicker than your sales. Great, we move to step 4. Step 4 is to check to see if the earnings per share growth is greater than the PE. So let's calculate the PE for Amazon. On the day of earnings, its PE was 89.2. That's the stock price, the P, 1,808, divided by the earnings per share, which was $5.07 times 4. So you have to multiply by 4 because it's just 1 quarter. Now, some analysts use the trailing 12-month earnings. You can do that, or you can use the actual quarter's earnings and multiply by 4. So the PE is 89.2. So is the earnings per share growth greater than 89.2? It is. Remember, it was 306%. So 306 is greater than 89. Take off the percentage. And we got another yes. So we move to the final step. Step 5 is to see how the stock did on the day of earnings. Did it go up? And if you're conservative, you can check if it went better, it went up more than the stock market index. So on this particular day, Amazon was actually down 3%. And the stock market was up 0.25%. So it doesn't meet step 5, so you would not have bought it after the second quarter earnings on July 26, 2018. Interestingly enough, Amazon, until today, is actually down over 5.5%. So we made a good decision not to buy Amazon on that day. Thanks for watching. I believe in you.